Hey, what's going on? It's Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube, coming to you from Westgate Luxury Condos, just a field goal kick away from Bryant-Denny Stadium. Three keys to the game. I know Alabama's a 40-point favorite, but stay with me as I go over a couple keys to this football game in week one. Number one, I think Alabama has to run the football effectively. Everyone's talking about the quarterback. Can you imagine if Alabama just comes out, sticks their hand into the jar of running backs, and just runs all over Middle Tennessee? I think it would be quite the story in college football, honestly. I mean, all the backs are healthy. You heard from Jace. Roy Dale's been shining. Jam Miller, Justice Haynes. Get the freshmen sprinkled in there as well. Keep people guessing going into that week two contest against the Texas Longhorns. Don't really need to throw it that much, right? When you have an offensive line that wants to run the damn ball. You have your big tackles. Your guards have been doing well. The offensive line has come together. Why not you just run the football in week one? I think that could be a monumental key to this game, is Alabama's ability to run the football with all the running backs and the offensive line that they have. I think that's critical going into this game. The second point is be aggressive in the secondary. Coach Saban mentioned this. Middle Tennessee has an air raid style attack. And he said that that is going to create some opportunities for the defense to be in man coverage situations. Well, when you're in man coverage, you have to be aggressive. You can't be beat. You can't get beat over the top. Giving up stuff underneath is fine, but you have to be aggressive. Come with it. Wrap up. Force turnovers. And when you're in those situations, you have to win. You cannot lose a man-to-man situation. So be aggressive. I want to see those corners come with it in man situations. And I think that's going to prep them for week two against the Texas Longhorns. So be aggressive, play physical in the secondary. Number three, you guys are going to love this. Catch the football. Look, Alabama doesn't have to be super dynamic throwing the football this coming Saturday against Middle Tennessee, in my opinion. I think it would be also interesting to see how Tommy Rees utilizes the tight ends. But the point is, you got to catch the football. Anytime the ball is up in the air, receiver has to come down with it. No drops. Eliminate those tiny mental mistakes that Alabama has shown over the last season or so. I think catching the football, it's easy, right? We've all done it in the backyard. No reason that these wide receivers who are 4 and 5 stars with the tight ends should have any drops this coming Saturday. We're going to be watching that as one of our key factors, not only going into week one, but as the season continues. Is that going to be a problem? I really hope it isn't. A couple additional items of note. Now, it's always interesting to see where the offensive coordinator is, where the defensive coordinator is, and what that means is, are they up in the box or are they down in the field? Well, for the 2023 season, offensive coordinator Tommy Rees will be up in the box along with Kevin Still, who's a defensive coordinator. So who's down on the field with coach? Well, you got Robert Gillespie, who coaches the running backs, Coleman Hutzler, who coaches tight ends and special teams, T-Rob, who coaches the secondary, Holman Wiggins with the wide receivers, and Eric Wolford, who coaches the offensive linemen. Now, a bit of recruiting news broke on Tuesday. Jay Lindsey, who's a tight end out of Butler, Alabama, decommitted from Mississippi State a couple nights ago, committed to the Alabama Crimson Tide. 6'5", 234 pounds. Him and Caleb Odom are your tight ends out of that class of 2024. Okay, you guys ready for some predictions for this weekend? Here we go. So I predict that Jalen Milroe throws for over 150 yards. Do you agree with that? Let me know what you think inside the comment box. I predict that Alabama rushes for over 225 yards in this game collectively as a team. I predict that Alabama forces at least 2 turnovers. Chris Broswell, Dallas Turner, those guys got to bring the heat, right? Heard from Chris Broswell today, and he said he wants to get after the quarterback. You got the secondary to do it. I think Alabama comes up with 2 turnovers. I predict that Alabama will also have 5 quarterback sacks. Jaheim Otis, Dallas Turner, Chris Broswell, maybe even some pressure up the middle. I predict that Will Reichert has a field goal, maybe 2, that are deep, 45 yards plus. And I predict, here's a big one for special teams, I predict that Kool-Aid, if he has an opportunity, he's going to have plenty on Saturday, returns a punt to the house for a touchdown. And my game score, Alabama's favored by 40 points. Vegas rarely misses. Alabama 49, Middle Tennessee 6. That's my game score prediction. Let me know your game score prediction inside the comment box. My name is Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube, coming to you from Westgate Luxury Condos, just a field goal kick away from Bryant-Denny Stadium. We'll see you guys soon right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe. We appreciate you guys more than you know.